only Casaval Marquis, live and in effect. I have actually a very special guest for everybody today. I have you've seen him before. He's world-renowned international man of leisure and events. We have Darius the Great in the building. Bruh, tell everybody how you doing, how you feeling, what's going on with you, man.
Oh man, you kicking it off early. It sounds like an interview. We live right now?
Yes, we are live. Yes, and in full effect. What's going on with you, brother?
Oh man, it's another day in paradise, but I don't even think we believe that. It's your boy Darius the Great right now, man. We located down here
he died at the end of that movie. Like, if you ever watch Carlito's Way, he didn't make it to paradise. You feel what I'm saying?
Hey, look, we down here in the Bermuda in one of my villas right now. I really want to be a part of this conversation. I figure we can expound on many various of topics tonight, and let's do it. Let's do it. I'm waiting for the rest of the game to get in.
I feel you. So, quick question, man. So, Bermuda, I've been there.
Yes.
You know, obviously you're there. For the people who don't know, how is Bermuda, man? What is Bermuda like, and what is Bermuda to you?
Oh man, I can go on and on and on about that. Bermuda is a very special place to me, man. It was actually introduced to me back in the early 2000s. I was actually in high school, and I used to know a Bermudian, right? So they call them. I used to know one, and her family was really sweet to me. They always told me, "Man, you should come down to Bermuda. We have a big house down here." Basically, it was a vacation home out there because they ended up moving to the States. But it's very special place to me, man. I think it's a beautiful place, full of nice waters. I mean, if you want a nice exclusive retreat for you, your spouse, your family, and the kids, I mean, it's the greatest place to go to. Honestly, I always compare Bermuda to Anguilla. Anguilla is a very nice retreat as well for a couple. So it's a very special place to me, man. Beautiful women, beautiful food, tasty food, and just overall a great place to visit.
Okay.
Great place to visit in the Caribbeans, man.
So let me ask you, man. You know,
I call it my tropical. That's my tropical paradise. That is my tropical paradise.
That's your tropical paradise. Okay.
Absolutely.
I feel it. You know, me myself, I have my own little cuts in the world that I like. You know what I'm saying? And Bermuda is definitely one of them. You know, it's actually crazy. I found Bermuda when I first went there by accident. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember at the particular time I was funny story. I was actually trying to book a cruise to the Bahamas, and they just so happened to have this one year. It was like May 13th. You know, going to Bermuda, and that's why I went. I went to Bermuda for like, I think that was for about 5 days, and right out of Charleston, South Carolina at that. It was crazy. Yeah. So yeah, Bermuda's nice, man. You know, it's beautiful. Beautiful. But I'm gonna come out the jacket because we got some stuff to talk about, brother. Yes, we got some stuff to talk about. You know what I'm saying? We got, in fact, let me make sure I'm coordinated. We got some things to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Basically, man, you know, there's a little bit of confusion going on with a lot of people and a lot of, I guess, feelings. You know, definitely feelings. Like, a lot of people are feeling a certain way, and about, like, you know, I'm trying, like, to you know, be how they say, politically correct about this, but I mean, there's a lot of feelings going on about like how men think, what men think, you know, and there's men like ourselves who also are like evolving. You know, we're no longer the Neanderthal man, as some would have us, or some would paint us out to be. You know, some of us have been to therapy. I stand uh, pretty much. I stand pretty much in that category, which I to this day think therapy was one of the best things that ever happened to me, along with the mechanics and ethics of reading and writing and really just going beyond the what I knew, you know. So for you, man, have you ever been to therapy? That's a good question. I guess we should just lead there and you know transition into the new you and the old you from thinking. Like, have you ever been to therapy, brother Darius? Yeah.
Yes, yes. It's cutting out a little bit. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I'm here.
Okay. Yes, I've been to therapy. I went to therapy for about, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little weirded out when it comes to speaking to people that I don't know about myself. And I think it's because, well, the one time that I did go to therapy, which I've tried, the betterhelp.com. I don't sponsor these
Hmm.
guys. I don't get paid for it, but great platform. Um, the accessibility for you to be able to connect with the therapist via phone or from wherever you are in the world, I think it's incredible. And I'm so proud of technology and the advancement of it. I've never sat down with a person one on one, but I have via telephone, via Zoom before. And when I say it was incredible, man, it was impactful. And even though I had already had like a very, I I never really had a positive attitude towards talking to people that I never knew. And when I tried it out, man, just the fact that the lady was, her name was UN, and she was actually a Caribbean woman. She was actually from the Virgin Islands, and what a beautiful woman, man. And she really captured me the moment I met her, man. The moment I saw her, it was she was able to diagnose a lot of my problems, my childhood traumas that I was dealing with. And when I tell you, there was a level of vulnerability there that I really haven't quite experienced ever in my life before. And um, I was over at that time. I was running my trucking business, so and I had to fill in. So I'm driving my truck over the road, and I pulled over one day, and she called. She had to email me, letting me know that she was going to reach out to me. And we got the call started, and when man, we were able to unpack so much in just a little time. And I have nothing but good things to say about therapy. Should I have stuck at it? Absolutely. Life got the best of me, and I haven't really revisited yet. But this year, I do plan on circling back and really addressing some of those concrete wounds that I'd really need healed. And I think a therapist is really great if that's where you want to, if that's the level of honesty and maturity that you kind of want to be able to have. You would definitely want to have it with someone that's clinical, someone that's professional, and therapists obviously is the best route to go.
I was just about to ask you that. Like, is that really like what's different between talking to a friend and actually sitting down with a therapist? Like, we have everybody has friends who give good advice. You know what I'm saying? But an actual, is it more impactful that a licensed professional is that's who you're talking to? You know what I mean? Or is it or is it kind of the same? I mean, because granted, from what you said earlier, talking to strangers and opening up to strangers can sometimes either be very, very easy because if they don't know you, they can't judge you, or it can be very, very hard. So, I mean, what was it for you? Was it easier because this was a licensed professional, or was it easier because it was a person that is a strain from your normal circle?
Uh, to be man, it's pretty tough to really admit. And the reason I say that is because I was. I know this might this might sound problematic, but I was immediately attracted to
Ah, okay,
her.
okay,
So
okay.
there was an attraction level, obviously that first sparked the the level of honesty with me, you know, and you know, and from there it just really helped me become a lot more comfortable, right? Being vulnerable, it was like me. Not necessarily, I never hit on her. I definitely kept it professional, but that level
Mhm.
of attraction kind of, I don't know, it set something off in my mind, man. It was like, let me, if I was dating someone, somebody that I'm attracted to, I would want them to know about me up front. That way there's no secrets. And I think being able to connect in that way allowed me to really open up. And the more and more I was opening up, she was able to diagnose problem after problem and really help define, my inner core to me, and be able to articulate herself in a way that I've never experienced before. So that's what it was really for me.
Okay. Okay, and I can feel that. Um, I can even that's even relatable because for me, and I don't know if it's all the way the correlation between the divine feminine and at that particular time when I first started going to therapy, I was learning about the divine feminine and also the
Hmm.
I was also learning about the whole divine feminine, male
Right.
masculine dominant, so but for me, I definitely when I first went to therapy, like I was like, all right, yeah, I need to talk to a female therapist more than a male therapist because it's something about when it's like cracking an egg very, very slowly and you cracking and you're vulnerable. It's
Hmm.
something about that when I'm in that state, at least for me, I do not like to be around males. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I
Right.
might swing on you. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
that's just me. But definitely, I definitely can feel that because yeah, my first therapist, in fact, all of my therapists, to be honest, to be completely transparent, like uh have been
Hmm.
females. You know,
Right.
um, and
I
I've
think
been multiple
to,
times.
to, to
So.
be, uh,
Mhm.
yeah, I honestly, I think for me, I think it's a woman, she's nurturing, right? She's that feminine divine energy. I think what you spoke on, I think honestly that for me, really made me feel warm, and I felt embraced, right? Being able to talk to a woman therapist, I already knew that it was either going to be a woman, it had to be a woman, and she had to be black. Um, and for me, yeah, that was something that I was looking for. Honestly, man, it was, hey, how can I really explain to her, um, things
Mhm.
that that has happened and that children have all experienced, or some children have experienced in the black communities. I needed somebody that
Right.
was relatable, somebody that looked like me, that was familiar with these type of stories. The family dynamic that tends to be pretty normal in a lot of black communities or black families. So uh, yeah, so
Yeah, I mean, and I feel that. I can feel that all day.
yeah, so
I can feel that all day, man. Like for me, my first therapist was actually not a full licensed therapist at the time because I was kind of like easing my way into it. So she was
mhm,
actually a counselor,
okay,
and which it's to be honest to me, it's the same dang on thing. It's just one got the license to write you a script, and the other one don't. That's just it. But uh, it was a very interesting situation. Like she more so with certain issues she was good, and in certain issues she was just horrible because she was just like I had a black excuse me, an African American woman therapist, and there was some things in times with my therapist that I felt like my therapist needed a therapist. Like I don't think you're
mhm,
supposed to tell me like that.
right,
Like, 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 you know what I mean? Like, you my therapist. You're not really supposed to be getting fed up. I mean, I want you to be real and blunt and uh impactful, but like, yo, that how you just said that was it's just wild. You know what I mean? Like,
right,
yeah. So, but it was good. Like there were certain things that, I felt that my therapist my second therapist was not of African American descent, but for her, she was very good. Like
mhm,
I started with her, and I was with her for like a year and a half, and she helped me connected a lot of dots that I already knew that were there, but I never, in my mind, could uh put them together and be like, okay, I'm thinking that like, okay, dot number one over here is next is goes to dot number two, and that's how it's supposed to go, right? Because
right,
chronologically, I'm thinking that's how it's supposed to go. I learned through therapy that dot number one also is connected to dot number dang on 34. I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, but it helped me to um understand and open up about a lot of things.
mhm,
Helped me to break a lot of habits that were learned behaviors.
right,
Um, but definitely understand people a lot. Like I can talk to different people now and this just in casual conversation and be like, dang, you know what? Instead of being so aggressive towards them because I know better now I see them as like, all right, that's me, a version of me, but like before the therapy or when I was at
mhm,
this stage or that stage. So yeah,
exactly.
it's something else, man. It's really something, man. Definitely something. Uh, so quick question. So how many times? Because as like I said, I've been a couple of times. I'm actually thinking about going back again
Mhm.
because I have this pattern of, I go to therapy and then
Give
up to
give
the
me
point,
give me a second, bro. Give me just.
I got you. I got you. While we here, while we up in here. Oh, and everybody else that's viewing and watching, thank y'all so much. Please I guess on y'all can like, comment, subscribe for those that watching YouTube and every place else. Thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah, boy. So, what happened? All right, there you go. It is. All right, here we go.
I had to get you on my laptop. I was on my phone. I'm like, which one?
That phone quality, man, it's if you hit or miss sometime, bro. Like it really do. It really do. So yeah, I totally get it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I like this view. Nice clear view. All right. Hey, some more people in here, man. What's the male?
I got some people that's coming up. Like how you said, it's Cinco de Mayo, so I got people coming. But also, hold on, I actually need to do one thing, which I forgot. I forgot that Patreon, not Patreon, but this particular service that we're using in StreamYard, they got my old card service. I was like, why is my stuff not working right? Like, what's going on here? But I got it together. How they say, I got it together, boss. I got it together finally. But what we doing?
This is actually my first time using this platform, so it's a little different for me.
Really? Actually, it's pretty simple. Trust me. Like I've been doing podcasts for I think now 11 years, and out of how it used to be and the features, and I was talking to one of my buddies, and in the it's funny, in the comment section, right?
Okay.
And I was talking to him, and I was just saying, like, hold on, 09. Yeah, I was just saying, like, I got a whole lobby section now and everything. Like back in the day, bro, we didn't have none of this. You know what I'm saying? Like we had a lobby section by happenstance, by circumstance. Like it was crazy, bro. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it was madness back then. Like it was so crazy. And I kept sitting here wondering, I'm like, why in the world isn't this going through? Okay, there we go. Now we back in business. So, as a matter of fact, that is an episode I'm definitely gonna do with him on here, like just the history of podcasting and what we have been through and what we have done. Like it has been crazy. Like I remember doing the blog talk days, just the sound quality and everything. Like it was crazy. Like people didn't even know what podcasting was. I was just like, it was like internet radio. You know what I'm saying? That was it. It was internet radio, y'all. It was like, what the fuck is that? like now, and that's so crazy. That was in 2011. So from 2011 to now, where things have just taken off, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember when we had a partnership with iHeart Radio. I think that was one of our first ones that gave us a partnership. And going through distributors and everything else and owning our rights and everything. Like, yeah, man, it's a journey, you know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother show for itself. But anyway, so therapy.
It's what we all need. Well, we all need it. We all need
I
therapy.
do feel that. I really do feel that 100% because like who I was, you know what I'm saying, to who I am now is totally different, bro. Like, you know, and I know this is gonna sound real arrogant, but it's the truth. The business side of me that wanted me to, that allowed me to go to therapy was I was in such a toxic, not just, I won't even say environment, just lifestyle, that I figured that therapy was paying somebody to give a fuck. Like that's exactly how I looked at it. I was like, all right, I'm gonna pay somebody, you know what I'm saying, to care, to actually sit here and listen to what I have going on. You know what I'm saying? And give me great advice. Okay. But it spalled out into something that was so much more and greater. But I'm thankful that part of me allowed myself to at least do that. You feel what I'm saying? Like that was the crazy. You know what I mean? Like I would have never been here, you know, like being able to open up and be vulnerable and, you know, really understand not only definition but lifestyle and spirituality and everything. Like who I finally became, for me, the person that I always knew I could be, but just wasn't allowing myself to be. And then the world around me also would not allow me to be who I was. You feel me? Like, it's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, it's really crazy. But for you, bro, like, you know,
I mean, therapy was therapeutic. You know, it was a space where I can go to and relax and get out my thoughts, really declutter my mind, and really be able to speak about my feelings in a way that I wasn't used to. You know what I mean? So I encourage anybody to do therapy. I needed more. You know, I want to go back. I think I'm gonna probably stay away from someone that I was a lot more I was attracted to.
I feel you though. Like, but you know what? I was just gonna tell you, I did my therapy over the phone.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Therapy over the phone. I would love to meet someone locally.
I did like an 80-20, because I think it's just our generation, you know what I'm saying, of being millennials and everything. Like, going over the phone, I was cool with that. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I'm over the phone. I can, you know, I can open up more. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Yeah. So, but yeah, therapy was great. Yeah, that attraction thing, you know, yeah, that's something that, you know, because there is it's kind of a syndrome that they have. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but there is a syndrome where there is some people who they fall in love with their therapist, you know, because they're and I'm so serious. There are people who fall in love with their therapist because it's an actual syndrome. Matter of fact, I'm gonna look it up. And basically what happens is, and I learned this even being a mental health nurse, is like they basically get into a place where they're like, okay, they're vulnerable and their therapist is helping them so much to where they figure a love that they've never really, you know what I'm saying, like experienced or exhibited before. So it's kind of like Stockholm syndrome, but like totally different. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very curious, because I remember the name, because I, being a mental health nurse for 6 years, like I learned a lot. You know what I'm saying? So called when people love. Okay. They call it the actual term is called sexualized transference. So it's a part of it where it's a term when a patient has romantic and sexual feelings for their therapist is sexualized. The term is coined by psychoanalyst Sigmund Freud. Oh, Sigmund Freud. Back in his 1895 work. You know what I'm saying? When he worked on the studies of hysteria. So yeah, man, like according to this, they said transference is when a patient is also unconsciously projects feelings about someone onto their therapist, and the feelings can be positive, negative, or sexualized. So yeah, and again, I think that also goes back to like, I had to have somewhat of a, you know what I'm saying? I had to have a female therapist, because if it had been a male therapist, I might have, and I can see that, like that transference, I probably would have went off on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, or the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? Even, I'm just gonna be real. Even here in America, race wise, like, hold up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta have somebody of color, because if you say something the wrong way, especially how vulnerable I was in the beginning. Oh yeah, bro. Like, listen, I'm a walking time bomb. It's up and it's out of there. You know what I'm saying? For everybody, man. But yeah, I definitely, man, I definitely see that, man. All right, let me ask you because I actually got a couple of questions, you know what I'm saying, for you. What do you think, if you don't mind, sharing, what do you think was like the hardest lesson for you to learn in therapy? Like, what was like that one thing you learned about yourself that it was just hard for you to even embrace?
Good question. The hardest thing was for me to accept was, she mentioned to me that I project my feelings onto others.
Wow, that is so crazy. With us even talking about this,
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that was hard for me to hear, man, because I was going through a rough patch in my life where every woman that I wanted to be with had to aesthetically look a certain way. And I was explaining to her what I like and about a woman and stuff like that. And I think she was able to tell me. She was just like, well, it sounds as if you like the very thing that you want in your life. Like, it was me, I was going to the gym, working out, right? And then she was like, well, it sounds like you're projecting what you want for yourself onto these women that you're dating. So it's not them, it's really you. And I was just like, what the fuck did she just say to me? And I just started to process it. And I was like, oh, wow. It hit me hard right in and there when she said it. because I didn't really know how to respond. I was shocked. I was appalled. I was like, wow, she's dissecting me right now. And
I mean, but that's what they, you know, what I'm saying, that is what they paid to do.
No, I know that's what they paid to do. But I was so caught up in her beautiness. I was just like, this sexy woman.
Listen, you are not on a date right now.
Look, it was the synergy was there, man. And I think when she was able to tell me about myself, man, it almost made me. I really had to look outside of myself and say, well, damn, I know I'm not ready to date. Or man, I know I'm not ready to be at this level, the maturity level of this woman being able to overall, yeah, she's clinically trained or whatnot to know how to have a conversation and be able to be, unbiased when it comes to having conversation with people. But just that level of the amount of knowledge that she had, man, just lets me know that damn, I have a lot to learn, not only about myself, but about people. Because I think we tend to be our own therapists or be therapists to our friends and family. And I think kind of not having to go to school, but really knowing how to understand people, like shut up and actually listen to what people, in other words, active listening. I think that helps us in every kind of way when we're just having a conversation on a regular basis. So how she was able to navigate through that, the phone calls that we had or conversations that we had, just lets me know not only did she go to school and she's trained for it, but she's an active listener. I think so. She's getting paid for to be an active listener. So.
I mean, and I feel that, but you know what? You touched on something though. That's also an issue. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
See, yes, being a good listener is a part of something, but sometimes there are problems where people just need to vent, and because even I do it, where I'll be talking to one of my friends or one of my peers, I even talking to you, and then as I'm telling you about it, my brain is also figuring it out.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes, for me, what I used to get mad about the absolute most, especially with women, is when I ask you for more so not an opinion, but your take on it, your guidance on it. Like you asked me to open up and you have no feedback. I hated that. The worst thing before I went to therapy, you could do is, well, you figure it out yourself. Like I felt like, okay, something is wrong here. Like that is worse. That was just
man. I can, to be complete transparent, I mean, I can definitely relate to that, feeling that way. Like, you don't have anything to say? Like nothing? I've literally just giving you my own perspective. And for you to not have anything to say, like, just pull it from out the air. Like, literally, pull something down. So it's like, funny, man.
It gets so bad. It used to frustrate me so bad. I used to be like, okay, you know that saying? Like, if you the smartest one in the room, you and the dumbest, you the dumbest one in the room. I used to feel like that when I'm talking to people. I'm like, you know what? I'm not even mad at you. I'm mad at myself. Because obviously I have to start, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's how I used to cut people off. Because I'm like, bro, if you have nothing, wise men, and this is what I've always known, like wise men surround themselves with other wise men. You know what I'm saying? A king is no better than his counsel. You know what I'm saying? Just like, you know what I'm saying, that even solidifies what a queen is, because a queen, a true queen, she's your greatest advisor, your greatest asset. Your greatest, you know what I'm saying? She's the one that when you off at war, she's holding down the fort. You know what I'm saying? Or she's out there getting busy with you. So that was one of those ones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, Yeah. But Female therapy, that did work.
I've even thought about when it came to therapy, not to cut you off, brother, but
no, go ahead.
I even thought about like how like in high school, like I always had like a coach, and I always like, there's plenty of coaches, like guys that are very athletic. They have coaches that hold them accountable, that make them go harder, that make them see things about themselves they didn't even know was inside of them. Like, I know you can do it, but you have to start believing it. And it was kind of like, damn, like if I was a therapist that maybe were like a drill sergeant type, maybe like a coaching style therapist that was able to not pacify the situation, not like say nice words to me so that I'm not triggered, but tell me like, no, like this is your fucking problem. You're struggling in this area. You have to do something about it, or you're going to continue to be the same fucking person that is destroying every single relationship you walk into, right? Forgive your past, man up.
Hold up. So, forgive your past. Boy.
Forgive your past. Yeah, you got to forgive it.
Listen, I know the people that right there, that part right there, forgiving your past. Whoo, man, you can't gloss over that one. We gotta open that one up, bro. We gotta open that one up, bro. Now, forgiving your past, therapy-wise, I learned it literally is a book. That's two separate pages. There's forgiving what has been done to you, and then there's also forgiving yourself. Now, I don't know about for you, but for how hard was it? Because I know it wasn't easy. How hard was it to forgive yourself?
I battle with it every single day. It's not easy.
I know, right?
I'm not
that one either.
I'm not there yet, brother. I'm not there yet. I haven't forgiven myself completely, but a lot of areas in my life where I felt as if I was blaming myself for the destruction of what I've done to myself and what I caused to others. I literally had to forgive myself to really get out of the bed in the morning, to give myself another fighting chance. I had to forgive myself.
Right.
Because I was self-sabotaging myself, bro. Not forgiving myself.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of self-sabotage. And you know what? I want to say, I just put our generation on the cross for this. I'll sacrifice our own generation for this. The millennials, what I'm talking about. Bruh, there is a lot of self-destructive behavior in millennials, especially millennial men. Like, for some people, we never grow out of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
Say that shit again. Say that again.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, like, everybody has had that one friend that you like, he knows better. Like, he knows that dating this type of chick, like, you done been there. Like, you're dating really the same chick with a different name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Different name, different face. That's it.
Exactly.
But she's a prototype though. There's a lot of them like her.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's a lot of them like that, and man,
women, men and women. I think we have to put ourselves out there as well, and also admit that there's a lot of prototypes of us as well that women are commonly dating.
And that's the thing. That's the thing about it. Like, but for me, forgiving myself helped me to forgive others. Because
absolutely,
there's a lot of things that, and I know this is going to sound maybe confusing, so I'm going to go at it real slow. There were times in my life where I'm not even mad. Well, what I had to find out is I'm not too much mad at the person, but even what they did to me. I was more so mad at the person because I openly allowed something to happen. And that's not in like no narcissistic, because you know they always got them ones in the damn comment section that'll come for you. So let me put some, you know what I'm saying, some glasses on it real quick. What I mean by allowing something to happen is against my better judgment. Sometimes I did see the signs there and was like, look a little sketchy, but I'm gonna rock with it. I'm gonna believe her, or I'm a trust in and everything else. And when that trust was violated, I know that person is a violator. You know what I'm saying? I know that person, you know what I'm saying, may or may not, you know what I'm saying, even be one of those people. But I had to, as a man, be like, okay, now that I'm in this therapy, I have to forgive this person. You know what I'm saying? Like, but in order for me to forgive this person, I have to forgive myself. Like, I have to say, hey, self, check this out, bruh. Hey, it was make or break. We chose to, you know what I'm saying, to trust somebody, because you gotta trust somebody. And hey, man, we crapped out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really mad at that person, because like a lot of the actions, whether a person cheats on me or lies or you know, variety of misdeeds, I can understand human thinking to a T, because it's either logical or emotional. I can get it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the emotional side of giving myself grace and being like, look, bro, it happened. You know what I'm saying? That was taboo for me. That was taboo. That was taboo. That was crazy, because I didn't know if I didn't know where that began. Like, why do I hate this person so much? You know what I'm saying? And hate is a strong word, but that was me. So how was it for you? Did you ever cross that road or whatever, bro?
No, I can't say that I have. I can't say that I have yet, man. I just can't. I do equate.
Do you see, like, you've always been able to forgive yourself, or has it?
I equate forgiving myself. In order to forgive someone, I have to forgive myself. So I'm taking the victim aspect off of myself and putting it on them, because they're the victim, right? I have control of my own emotions, my own feelings, my own thoughts. And when my therapist told me that I was projecting myself onto other people, or what I was thinking and how I was feeling, I literally had to say, you know what? It's not them. It's me, right? I forgive myself first, and then I can forgive you of some shitty shit that you've done. That if I wasn't the man that I am now, I probably would have like put all the blame on you. I would have played victim. It's your fault and not mine, but really, in all actuality, it's my fault. And I equate that to you have to love yourself before you love somebody else. So it's kind of the same thing for me. Forgiving and love, I put them in the same box, because I have to be able to love myself enough to say, you know what, I was wrong, you know, and right. I'm not perfect, you know, I'm flawed. And no matter what this person have done, you know, I still got to love myself first. You know what I'm saying? So it was right. That's what really did it for me, bro. Yeah. That's what did it for me.
Yeah. 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 So. I had to
exactly, Junior.
Another thing
exactly.
that was. Oh yeah. So another thing that was big shout out to Junior. Another thing for me that was kind of crazy was allowing myself to give the almost slipped up. Allowing myself to care. Okay.
I mean, like, you could have said it. I know what you want.
I really could have. You know what I'm saying? I'd be trying to keep it PG at least for the first hour. You know what I'm saying? But allowing myself to actually care. Like I used to be so into the construct of, hey, bro, just deal with it. You ain't got time to think You ain't got time to be in your feelings and all that. That's some B made stuff. Hey, bro, you gotta knock it out. You gotta knock it out. No matter what, you gotta knock it out. You know what I mean? And that was me for a long time, bro. Like I really was one of those people that I didn't know how to feel. You know what I'm saying? About anything. Like to a point that where when people ask me about stuff like, would you feel about that or anything, I'll just be like, all I had to do was just thug it out. You know what I'm saying? And it was crazy, bro. It was real crazy. But I'm glad that your therapy sounds like you know what I'm saying? You had a very different experience. For me, mine was deep. You know what I'm saying? Mine was very deep.
Your wounds might be completely different than mine, of course, right? So it might
This is true.
So yeah, it definitely was different for me. And I would love to go back because I still have some things I gotta work on. But overall, I think therapy is really good for the Black community, especially because like you just said, that whole, don't complain about it, just get it done, but literally
come on, bro. That is that one unspeakable, man. Like they people will sit here and be like, oh man, men ain't supposed to ever be in their feelings and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? And you just supposed to just take it. No matter what the world throws at you, you just supposed to just take it. You know what I'm saying? And I really didn't realize. Well, I knew, but I didn't really take a moment even to realize, like, bro, you know how much pressure that is? Like, bro, if a meteor hits your car right now outside in the parking lot, the world is stigmatized in expecting you to just know how to deal with it. You know how to deal with the meteor, the radiation that the meteor then going to pull it out, where to take the meteor, or what claim number. Like, you are expected to know all of this. But here's where, and I'm going to ask you this. Do you think that is more so learned behavior, or is that more so like just the pressure that we put on?
I think it's taught behavior. I mean, granted, it's a little bit of both, right? Because you got the ones that came before you, your uncles, your fathers, your grandfathers. Those are your teachers. Those are the men that we saw as men, and we looked up to, and we see they didn't complain. They didn't give a lot of pushback like men nowadays. So that's why they call us a lot more sensitive, right? Is that because now we are their age? You see what I'm saying? Like, do you think that pushback is the reason why we didn't see that pushback is because they basically are us and we are them now? You see what I'm saying? Like, they were coming from, we're just supposed to take it. You know what I'm saying? Or we're never supposed to let the kids know that they're, things. Right. I think it was just a bigger cause, right? I think it was a bigger reason. Like, they have much more to fight for than we have now. I personally think they had a lot more to fight for. I think they had a lot more to fight for than we. I think we're good.
But just open that up, man. Explain that though. You got to explain that one.
Which part?
Like, what is? How do you feel that they had more to fight for?
I think the family dynamic was still a bond there, right? You still had people alive that no longer here that actually kept the family together. So I feel like they had more to fight for, right? They knew jobs were already assigned. Right now you got to hope and pray you find somebody that you can put into a position that she'll be able to actually commit to doing and contributing to what it is that you're trying to do. So for me personally, I was able to see my grandfather like go to work, fucking foot hurting. You know what I'm saying? Still got up, still went to work. He didn't bitch, he didn't complain, my grandmother come and take his shoes off, would really like, be a man to him, make sure his food is ready, make sure his foot massaged. But he couldn't complain about it is all I'm saying, bro. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't. There was no, well, baby, my foot hurt and I ain't going to work today. It ain't none of that. He get his ass up. Like he knew probably from his grandfather that complaining was just not acceptable. You know, you're a man. You know, we don't get an opportunity to explain how we're feeling and how it hurts us that we can't take breaks. So I feel like nowadays men are a lot more sensitive because I think I don't know if I want to say that, but I do believe that we have it a little easier than they did, you know, and I think it's because we don't have what they have, you know, what they had. We don't have that strong family presence, that strong backing from Big Mama, that strong backing from your wife. A lot of us are not married as millennials now. Think about the generations before us. They were already married, you know. They literally had a family, they had kids, they had something to say, you know what, no matter if I want to do this or not, I have to do this. And now, especially with our generation, me, for example, I don't feel like I have to do it, right? If I say I don't want to go to work, I'm just not going to go to work.
Listen, it wasn't until kind of internationally when I started exploring these options, like, yeah, bro, it's different. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are some people that believe like a man is truly supposed to work till he die, which I'm sitting there like, you stupid as hell. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that. Look, about 45, I'm trying to cut the lights off.
They call that a simple man. Maybe I'm a simple kind of man. This is a simple man. You know, he goes to work, he brings home the check, he take care of the kids, they put him through school, you know.
Right.
He's just a simple man. He didn't see people complaining before him. So it was unlike any man. Like he didn't have that, right? And now we have this ultra sensitive culture now where men are able to talk about their feelings, deal with some of the trauma now versus,
is it sensitive or is it humane?
I think it's humane. I think women that are not used to men being like that define it as sensitive. So it could be triggering to men nowadays, right? When a man hear that, oh, you're too sensitive. It's like, what the fuck do you want me to do? Do you want me to do you want my heart and my feelings to just dry up and rot to where I'm nothing to you? I'm useless to you, but fucking able-bodied to work and maybe penetrate you from time to time? Like, what do you want from me?
I think it's more so. I actually had because you know I do consulting on the business and on personal. I actually had a client. I'm not going to name her name, of course, because confidentiality reasons. But I had a client, right, who said, yeah, I just want a man who comes home, brings home the check, and he sit there, I'll cook for him or whatever, but I just tell him when things is broken, when things is this, he just let me be, like, damn. Like, I had to ask her, you must be somebody that's a little mentally challenged. You know what I'm saying? Like, just sit there and just be sitting there like, yeah, I just Arthur, there's something wrong with the toilet. Okay, baby, I'm going over there and hit the toilet now. Wow. Here you go, baby, had a whole check. You make sure you get you something nice. and just to get him on Father's Day, a tie. Like, look, there's people that got ties for Father's Day and they ain't even got a suit. They suit is not long enough, bro. Like, what? Oh man, but I found that fascinating. I was like, wow, this person's really delusional. Really delusional, man. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy. the men of yesterday, I guess maybe because I've learned so much and everything else, I kind of feel bad for them because nobody ever really asked them, like, Granddaddy, what did you really want to be? If you didn't meet grandmama, if you didn't, you know what I'm saying, if your life didn't go the way that it go, does anybody know what their granddaddy really wanted?
I know my granddaddy wanted to be married. I know that. I know that. My granddaddy's told me, son, don't get married. Enjoy your life. Don't be in a rush to get married. And I think men of his days, they were in a rush to get married. They knew that family was everything. They valued family a lot more than what we do nowadays. And to be frank, I've always grew up as a family man. As I've gotten older, I realized that I'm moving away from it. Not that I don't have the qualities and the characteristics to be a family man and a provider of my family, but I see how dull that lifestyle is. I see how men literally get drained, and they're the emptiness. Being this married man that is taking care of his children and taking care of his wife and seeing that his children have great upbringings and the sacrifices, right? It's the sacrifice. And for me, it's it's crazy. I was talking to my brother about this, and I was telling him, I was like, don't be in a rush to have kids. And the reason I say that,
here we go.
The reason I say that is because I had them when I started. I had them, I had my first child at 18, 19 years old, and I'm about to be 34 this year, right? So I said to myself, I said, well, you have some fathers that will sacrifice their own lives for their children, right? The dreams that they ever had, that maybe that rapper, that football player they maybe could have aspired to become, that shit went out the door when they had children. Some men try to find that balance, right? Try to still live out your dreams, still take care of your children. And some men, they walk completely away from their children, right? Completely away from them. But that's the ultimate sacrifice. Not being around your children. As they get older, children are going to want more, right? Children become a lot more expensive. I have 3 of them. And a man that is, I respect a man that's trying to balance it versus a man that literally gives up on his life completely. Just to me personally, because I think life is fulfilling. And look, and to be frank, if your life is fulfilled because you have children, power to you, my brother. I'm happy that child was able to bring that abundance, that bring some life into you, right? I'm happy for you. But a lot of men don't live like that, man. A lot of men are looking at Instagram and social media, and they're looking like, well, God damn, I got these kids, but I'm still a dreamer. I ain't stopped dreaming, because they say when you stop dreaming, you're dead mentally. So how am I going to be this family provider and I'm working this job? My wife want me to become something that I'm not, right? I want you to be more ambitious, right? It's 10 years in this marriage, right? You're paying all these bills, you're providing for them, but you're not ambitious enough. So I respect the man that is trying to find that balance, right? That's an ambitious man. He knows his responsibilities, but he also knows that I want a purpose fulfilling life, And then, like I said, you have that last man where he just sacrificed completely. He says, you know what? Maybe I go off into the military for 10, 15, 20 years, retire. I come and see my baby 3 times a year, 4 times a year. But guess what? College paid for. He got a nice little money set to the side for it. Nice little nest. Maybe going to buy her first car, buy her first house. Maybe she gets married at 19, 25. He pays for the whole wedding. Who's complaining? Who's complaining? That man is able to do what he's going to need to do as a father. Because guess what? That's your responsibility from the moment she came out of that womb. So it was your responsibility. So I respect the man that actually balance it and also the man that sacrifices. Because every great man has to sacrifice.
Oh yeah. Most definitely. But I ain't too, you know what I'm saying? We done been on here like an hour, so I'm about to come out the Superman shirt, you know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, I think there's a lot of babies. Okay. There's a lot of babies out here. Let's just keep it real.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? like, I wish I could go ahead and say, oh man, Caitlyn was, she was planned for, and the father and everything. And Elijah Wan was, we prayed for him because I just knew that. Look, man, there's a lot of, you know what I'm saying, like she late. It just got, it just got real, and everybody just been like, okay, we just got to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, I think, and I know this is gonna hurt some people's feelings, so viewer discretion is advised to everybody right now. Planned Parenthood is dead. Ain't nobody planning it no more. Listen, if you don't think it's dead, I'll even go the majority rules. Nobody is planning for their kids anymore. Not in this.
I disagree. The reason I disagree is because you have men right now that are protecting themselves because.
Okay, hold on.
They literally protecting themselves because they don't want no children. And
look. You know what? Okay, plan in those regards, as far as I better not, you know what I'm saying? I better not have. Hold on. So wait. Like, I'm processing this at the same time. So are you telling me that's Planned Childhood now? Is no, hey, I need X, Y, and Z before I have kids. I just better not have kids.
No, it is that. It is that, but you have to have safety measures put in place. And that safety measure is a condom, right?
Okay, I'm not saying, okay, all right, I'll give you this. I'm not saying Planned Parenthood is dead as far as condoms, or the traditional raw and all. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boys out there in Baltimore who was on that shit. But no, I'm saying Planned Parenthood is like no couple that's together that I know of in the very high numbers. I know very low numbers of couples that are actually like planning this. Like, yeah, we got the house, the apartment, and everything. Yeah, we're gonna have kids now. I don't know many people that's doing it.
I know a lot of people that do that, bro. It's
for real. Okay, enlighten me, brother. Tell me what it's like on the other side of the fence, because I must know.
I don't subscribe to that, right? That's not how I've had children. My children is always, I won't call them uh-ohs. I would say I want to have a child. She wants to have a child. There's an agreement. There's consensualness going on there, right? And
of course it's consensual, but
we just lay it down until a baby just
okay.
That's it. So for me personally,
is it the name? Is it the name? Like, is it really harsh to say, okay, they're babies? But I mean, for a lot of
people, is just not is a mistake. Shouldn't have happened. Yeah. And yes, and granted,
for a lot of people, that's how it is. Like, hey,
yes, and the statistic shows that a lot of people wasn't ready to have children. Statistics shows that a lot of us aren't ready to have children. And I mean that respectfully, because we need the means to take care of a child. And when you can barely provide for yourself and you don't have the ability to take care of a child if they were to come in this world, right? You're that sacrifice that I was talking about. Why have a child? Why have a child? Because I did it, right? I'm only telling you what I've done that I feel.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm only telling you what I've done. I had children not having the means to take care of them. So what I had to do, I had to make the sacrifices by being away from my child. So I'm playing catch up. So I respect the parenthood, planning a child, because at least you'll be able to have the means to take care of yourself, get yourself out of debt, get a good job, good career, whatever may have you, and actually starts to give yourself a good 5 to 15-year plan of just stacking money. I think it's a perfect time to have a child there, because then you won't struggle to have to go to work when you can literally, I mean, I believe that people really do still plan their children, man. My brother is actually an example of that. He's not having children until he have $150,000 just in his savings.
Whoa. 150 large?
Mm-hmm. And look, the funny part is it's already in his checkings. It's in his checkings. He wanted for his savings. It ain't no transferring it. I'm gonna do this account too, because I'm saving this for my children. I'm saving this to be able to provide for my child, to where I can take months and months off to make sure my child has what it needs. I can pay for my woman's lifestyle, so she ain't gotta work and go years. Because some women get back out to the workforce after having a child, and it's like, what kind of man you got?
I don't know. Hold on. I gotta get my sound sharper. Hold on there, Skip. Look, like I don't know, man. Like, okay, because I've had this conversation with my sisters, and you know what I'm saying, a couple of my homegirls myself. Like, some people really want to take that 2 years off, and then some people. But here's the thing. They take 2 years off, but then some people don't exercise and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Body just, you know what I'm saying,
right,
goes left. So I don't know, man.
Right.
I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know. And shout out to BF Whack, you know what I'm saying, dropping them comments in here for real. But I don't know, like, it's kind of crazy. Like, for me, I can see a person putting $150,000 to the side before they have a kid, but at the same time, that $150,000 is typically the down payment for the house. You know what I'm saying? So, or it's typically the startup money you're going to put forth towards a small business. Trust me, I know. I've been there. You know what I'm saying? So, my question is it an either or can we realistically crunch the numbers to have it all, to do both? Because some people, and when I say this, some people are cool with, you know, not owning a house and just renting for the rest of their life. They like, I don't want the responsibility. I don't want the, you know, all of that good stuff. Hey, I get it. You know what I'm saying? And then there's some people who's like, okay, I want to live in my bank. Okay. If I'm a, you know, spend anywhere north, I think right now the average home in the United States on the average nationwide level is like $450,000. So, and that's a starter home, single family home. Some people are like, hey, I'd rather live in that. And then, you know, buy low when it's just being created and sell high and, you know, all that other good stuff, you know, when the market's, you know what I'm saying, very well off. So I don't know, like, it's different for everybody. Like, and you know, BFW Whack is 100% correct in that. Like, it's not for everybody. You feel me? Like, it really is not. Kids are not for everybody. Just like owning a home is not for everybody, and starting a business is not for everybody. So I don't know, y'all. But everybody, you know what I'm saying? Drop it in the comment section. Definitely, just like with BFW Whack and everybody, drop in the comment section, you know, how you really feel about this, because it's interesting. You know what I mean? Like, it's really, really interesting out here what's going on. And shout out to hold on 1 second, y'all. Because I'm out here. Yay, yay. So, Darius, as I was as you was doing what you was doing, I was thinking, like, man, look, do you feel like it is a sacrifice? Like, okay, we're gonna work off of this 150,000, because you know, as a parent yourself, that's pretty much. I know you've spent $150,000 on one of your kids. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
definitely. Gone.
Times
You know what I'm
that.
saying? Gone.
Times that.
Exactly. Gone. So, do you feel like, is it even possible for a person to have $150,000 saved up, have a house, and have the small business? Like, is it really possible? And at what age do you think, in your opinion, a person would have to start for that to even be achievable?
25.
25.
They're gonna start, yeah. It'll be practical.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be practical. But I do. It's funny. I know a lot of friends of mine that started in their 30s. You know, started in the early 30s, man. It's something about something about the early 30s, man. Like you're really figuring it out. You realize, damn, I need some insurance. I need insurance. I need health insurance. I need dental insurance. I gotta take care of these teeth. I gotta take care of these eyes. These eyes ain't getting no better. Yeah, started at 25. I need some life insurance, whole life, IUL. You know, you need these things, man. So 25, I think, is a realistic age. If a person has his head on the shoulder, right? Good head on the shoulder, maybe got out of college,
Right.
maybe landed his career job, bro, start then. Start then, right? Paying off your debt, putting some money. Honestly, my grandfather always advised me to do it through whole life insurance. And I think it's genius because you accrue a cash value at 60% and 40% goes to your death benefit. It's a double whammy, right? It's a double whammy. It's a double whammy. You take care of two things. You have your money that's piling up every year.
Mm-hmm.
Give it 10 years.
Right.
Give it 10 years. By 10 years, if you put $500 to $600 a month to your whole life insurance, by age 35 to 40, you'll have anywhere from 100 to 180,000 till about 250,000. That's because it's compound. It's compound interest. So don't work harder, work smarter. You know, and when it comes to money, because I believe a man should work harder and smarter. Because I don't know no man that ain't never worked hard. Every man that I know that became successful worked hard. The only difference is he got smarter along the way. He didn't get dumber along the way. He got smarter along the way. So he's working smarter and harder. There's no time for nothing else. You know, there's no room for nothing else. And money obviously is what we need. I don't think it's something that we should value more than your life, your health. Of course, I think you should take care of your health more than your wealth. But at the same time, 25 is a perfect age to really get started. Really get started. If you want to have children, if you want to have a family, because you're gonna want to buy that house. She's gonna want that nice wedding. A ring. I was told, is the average of what you make a month. I mean, a ring is the average of what you make a month. Basically, yeah, that's what you make a month. That's the average that you'll spend on a ring. You're gonna have money put up for your child, for your children.
So your can actually condone into the ring needs to be 3 times or 3 months salary of a.
Or wouldn't it? I mean, this is your wife. This is the woman that you're vowing to take care of for the rest of your life. Money should not be an option.
Okay.
And you get it appraised, and you get that ring assured just in case you lose it. Absolutely. And what's the average of what you make? The average that I make a month is, I don't want to put my business out there, but you're
touching 5. So we're saying your ring is 5 figures. You know what I'm saying? Just like my ring would be 5 figures. Okay.
Yeah, my ring definitely would be. I don't know about 5 figures, but my ring would definitely.
Hold on. Because now we getting the technical now. Because I'm saying, hey, we talking before.
It's average. It's average. So what do you make averagely a week? Is what your ring should be. Yeah, for me.
Okay, well then the 3 times
it'd be in the 4s. For me, averagely what I'm making a week is in the 4s for sure, hands down. So it will always be couple $1,000 ring for sure.
All right. Well, hold on. So let's we're gonna get back to that, but hold on. Because see, there's another side of this equation, and even I myself am looking at. Okay, so I'm gonna just share this with y'all today. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Hey, Junior 87, smart man, opening up a 401k on your own. Do not rely on your job, because your job penalizes you for drawing on that money, and you don't have the flexibility of you owning your own 401k. So you have a Ralph 401k, smart man, brother.
Now, can y'all see that?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, boom. So what we are looking at right now, ladies and gentlemen in the building, what we are looking at right now is the average retirement savings by age. They're saying what you need.
This is also
have in your account.
This is a 2022 statistic. I can only imagine about now it's probably changed. It probably went up since everything else is going up.
Indeed.
So yeah, I agree.
So
I agree.
What I'm saying is bruh, if we looking at these numbers right here, right? If we looking at these numbers right here, even for us, it's saying for millennials, we need to have at least $1.5 million by the age of 70 in a retirement account.
Yeah, easily.
I certainly did not have those numbers in 2022. Exactly. A lot of people didn't have those numbers in 2020.
I didn't either. I didn't have it either. I have it now, though. I have it now. So don't do that to him.
Rock on.
Well, you know that.
Why did he go get him? Because you're gonna get a gumball ring today.
That marriage was fabricated.
Listen, in all serious note.
Wow.
The man has a point. Because look,
I think a ring. So, bro, first, come on. Let's give it. Are we gonna go here? We can go here.
We can go ahead.
He says the love holds more value than the cost of the ring. Facts.
That is.
But
facts.
What it symbolizes. But if you love your woman, right? If the love is more valuable than the ring, then the ring, it should match that same type of energy. How you love this woman, but this woman don't have a ring that is of value. If you think if the love that she have is of value, the ring should be of value. It should not be. You can't minimize it to a gumball machine ring. And I know you're just playing here, but I'm just saying, like, man.
Listen,
these are the women that we call our wives, man.
Okay, I understand that, but just playing devil's advocate here. You saw the numbers.
Yes. Don't have no children.
We didn't even get to the housing numbers yet.
Don't have no children. Simple as that.
So I'm just saying, bro.
No excuses. No excuses, brother.
Is it even possible to realistically have all three?
Absolutely.
I mean, look, we ain't even gotten to the college numbers yet because somebody got to go to college. These kids got to go to college if they choose to go to college.
Man, look at.
I mean, what are we doing?
I'm telling you, I'm not a person. But invest your money. Exactly what I'm saying. You will have it if you invest. No savings. We don't save anymore. We invest. Change that saving. Let me put this money to the side. No, invest that money so that it'll be there and it'll compound over time. Do not save. Saving is not, bro. Please don't tell these people this American lie.
No. What I'm saying is we have to do advanced level savings.
Okay.
Because CD ain't saving you.
Okay.
It's not saving.
Listen, this is called a unique mechanism. That wordplay you just hit me with is a unique mechanism, okay? What do you mean by that, Larry?
All right.
Let's elaborate.
So check this out, everybody. You can go right now because of and I'm saying this in this is technically second quarter of 2024 when we're actually, doing this episode. Because of the interest rates being up, I'm talking about the federal interest rates. Your bond yield now it's pretty high. So even though nobody has any money due to quantitative tightening, your bonds is doing pretty good. Okay, right. You probably can get you a bond with the right bank, and I'm talking about a United States Treasury bond for about 10 points, 10%, something like that.
Is what the housing market did.
Yeah, it's
exactly what they did.
I mean, hey, why wouldn't I? Matter of fact,
they crashed the market on purpose, but we're not gonna speak on conspiracies here, right?
I don't think it's on purpose. It
was strategic. I think it was smart. I think COVID, the housing market crashing, I think it was strategic as hell. And it worked. And they're advantaged. I think it's more so they got all them homes back.
No, you have, I'll put it to you like this. I see more being a consultant and dealing with what I'm dealing with. Mm-hmm. I see more of the overseas money. See, the American banking system, we love it when overseas investors, both commercial and in the residential areas, residential developers and everything, we love it when they want to spend their money over here. Right. But where the hypocrisy comes in at is they don't like it when overseas banks wants to come over here and service the people. Correct. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like they're creating a unique system to where you want me as an American citizen to be okay with the Lithuanian landlord, but the bank in Lithuania that can give me 27% interest rate on my money if I bank with them, just a savings account. Oh, you don't want that to happen.
Nah, not at all.
That's where it gets into a hypocrisy. But back to these kids, man. Look, man, I just want to say, is it possible? Is it even possible? Because listen,
of course it's possible.
We got too much going on.
It's just and I agree with you. Look, when me and my brother had a conversation, he said, "Stop complaining, make more money. Stop complaining, make more money. Stop making excuses, make more money." Hey,
so that's all I need to hear. Out of the four, because it's retirement. That's the 401k. Right.
Yeah.
You have the house.
Asset, yeah. Could be a liability depending on how you look at it. But okay.
The business.
Mm-hmm.
and the kids. So you saying you sacrificing the kids? I'm gonna have the 3. The kids got your advice is
the kid. Hold on, that's not my advice. Nah, brother, you ain't gonna put that one on me. Not on live. I'm not advising you guys to put everything else over your kids. That's not what I'm doing. I'm not gonna advise you guys to do that. But
so what are we sacrificing? That's what I'm asking. What are we sacrificing, bro? What?
For me personally, I'm sacrificing the time.
Hold on, bro. We talk about the 4. Okay.
I know, but I'm sacrificing the time with my children, right? So that I can go out and make a lot more money, because it takes a lot of energy for a man. That's why we find good wives. We find good women to know how to run a household, to where you don't have to worry about leaving home and having to rush back because your woman is in a fucking frenzy with these children. No, you get you a woman that wants to bear children, that knows how to take care of children, that comes from a good family, create a good support system for your family, right? Because it is your responsibility, right, to vet these women properly. And then from there, if she believes in you, and well, first of all, you got to believe in yourself, but she supports you, you can go out and take over the world. It's literally your opportunity to pave the way for your lineage, your legacy, which is your children. So that's the sacrifice. Daddy's never home because he works so much. Daddy's never home because he's making sure our college is paid for. Daddy ain't out here just. Daddy's not fucking.
Are the kids really gonna be understanding of that? Because I would.
It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. The thing is, it's hard for children to understand what they don't know because they ain't adults yet. But when they get to become an adult, they go realize Daddy made the ultimate sacrifice for us. The ultimate sacrifice. And a man that don't, I don't know. I mean, I don't think so, King. I don't think it sounds like a unicorn, though.
I mean,
I don't, bro. I know it's something that, because I think we tend to, like, I have all daughters, bro. You know what I'm saying, to be real with you. And they are my hearts. They're my heartbeats. You know, every time I see these little girls, man, I get all soft and shit. But I realize that I'm their protector, I'm their provider for the rest of their lives. You know, until they meet a man and I vet him and I think he's worthy of being my daughter's husband, and he can take care of her like I will always, I'll be good, you know. But until then, I have a big responsibility, right? And I want my children to understand that if a man that don't sacrifice for you, sacrifice for your family, your kids, I don't know. And I think everybody's sacrificing their own way. Some men want the world, man. Some men just want the bare minimum. Some men want to try, but he also with his woman to try. I think it's just different levels of men. I think I choose to be the one that's going to take care of the household, take care of my responsibilities, because I think if my granddad or my great granddaddy was living in this generation, he would understand. He would agree with what I'm doing.
Junior said he got 4 girls and 1 boy.
Hey, you one of the lucky ones, bro. I'm telling you. Hey, them daughters, bro. Hey,
bro. Hey,
you one of the lucky ones, man. You one of the lucky ones. So, and that's what I've always heard. For me having daughters, I'm one of the lucky ones. So,
I mean,
I think we can. I think all of it is achievable, bro. Like real rap. It's all achievable, and that's me not saying that I have all of that, because I do have most of it. But what I'm doing is I'm making the ultimate sacrifice right now by just continuing to invest, because we got to always prepare ourselves for what's next. And we all did not predict that what happened to us these last 4 years we would experience ever in life. And honestly, I think it made a lot of resilient people. I think it made a lot of entrepreneurs, business-minded people when they realize that, damn, I can't even rely on this job no more. I think we experienced a life-changing event, and the people that grasped and got a hold of it, I mean, really, really got to sit with themselves and say, you know what, there's more out there for life than me just being whatever, a plumber or a carpenter or whatever you want to be, or whatever you was, and you really started a business for yourself. I applaud those men that really stepped out on faith and really made some of themselves. So I think we're living in the best time. They say it's the best time to be alive. I believe it. It's the best fucking time to be alive.
Best time to be alive.
Best time to be alive right now. I believe that. Because we're having open and honest conversations. We have a social media platform like StreamYard to where, you know what I'm saying? I personally believe it. I don't think nobody lied to me, Junior. Nobody ain't lied to me.
Don't worry about Junior.
I just have a different perspective. I just have a different perspective.
Listen. Do you see the numbers? This is the home price numbers, okay? No, that is great. Okay, in America.
Again, bro, you're looking at a statistic. Yes, the market itself is not great. This is raw data. Okay, it is. It is raw data, but this doesn't this may reflect what is happening currently, but again, everything that's happening currently is setting us up for you either to succeed or fail. You just got to pick which side of the field you want to be on, bro.
All I'm saying is that according to this data right here, I'm just going to how they say, according to Q, the housing market is still astronomically high. We ain't looking at the cool years between 1965 and what is this? 1995, 96. Those were the cool years. The interest rate and everything, the home prices, and this is 70 years right here. Let's drop it down to 50 years, shall we?
Bro,
hell, let's even go 30 years.
Folks ain't never spent this much money in their lives. We're spending way too much money because we're robbing Peter to pay Paul. We're trying to stay ahead because people aren't in the right fields. We're not innovating anything. We're not creating anything. Everybody's doing the same fucking thing. So why do you expect for a market like it was 20, 30 years ago to be normalized for us? Because there's nothing being invented. The last greatest invention was the internet, telecommunications, cable, cell phones. That's the last greatest thing that was invented, bro. We've done nothing else. And guess who invented those?
Look, I hear what you're saying, but we're not getting just right there. Boom. $495,000.
Yeah. Sound about right.
Is the average.
That's bad.
Look, all I'm saying is, and you've already seen, I've already shown you the numbers going into the retirement plan.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just going to chop it up to say a millennial has to pay for the house, has to have 1.5 in the retirement fund. So that's already $2 million right there.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't even got to the low numbers of the,
So are you speaking
business, the startup fund for the business? Because as a business owner and as a boss, just like I know, as a business owner and a boss, bro. So for the first 3 years, you're dead. Really.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You dead.
You're in the waters. You're in the waters. You ain't even above water yet. You in the
exactly.
Waters.
You know what I'm saying? You're just right there. The water, and you just blinking. Keeping your nose above water. You know what I'm saying?
Like you snorkeling.
But because you haven't built an established business credit and everything else. So what I'm saying is that with the raises, because according to Jerome Powell, we have wage inflation in America, meaning They paying you too much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're paying you
He needs the link.
Much. Yeah, I'm gonna drop that.
You post drop the link in the studio.
Link right there for you, my boy. They're paying you too much. Mm-hmm. So what we saying is that hey, if they're paying you too much, so you're not getting your quarterly raises. Let's just be honest. Most jobs ain't even doing your quarterly raises. You getting an annual, a cost of living, and we're not gonna, because back in the day, you got quarterly raises and a bonus and your annual. So you were able to, you know what I'm saying, as prices and goods went up and everything else, you was able to, it might have been a time where you felt stagnant, but you was able to level your way up, pursue some higher education, and you coming up.
Right. Too much money being spent, bro.
Meanwhile,
too much money being spent. Too much money being spent. That's just what it is, man. It's gonna continue to go up. You know, that's why I said if AI is here and they see the problem, they see that most Americans aren't surviving, and they're okay with. Think about it. They spent billions of dollars they sent to Iraq, and you have people here suffering. You have people that can barely afford their homes. My problem with that is, why not pour back into these communities, right? I don't think we need more. I don't think we have a job problem. I think everything costs so fucking much. The cost of living, like he said, I think that's the problem. Everything just costs too much. I think if they were to normalize these rates, everybody can pay for what they want, live a nice life. The people that actually want to live top echelon lifestyles, they can do that. The people that want to live on a farm and take care of their families, they can do that. The people that want to work a 9 to 5 and put their family in a $350,000 home, $250,000 home, even $100,000 home, right? Get your old double wide, right? So it's like,
so quality of living. So again, the sacrifice. So you're saying quality of life, quality of living now.
It has shrinking.
I mean, I'm not even gonna lie, y'all know. You know what I'm saying? Well, some of y'all don't know, but I sell tiny homes. You know what I'm saying? Which is basically if a modular home and a condo, let's just say, had a baby, you got a, you know what I'm saying, you got a tiny home. That's pretty much what it is. Even them, fresh out the factory floor, I'm talking about actually done, because some of them, you know, they kind of like the old peaceable homes where you can buy them in stages. But even those are going, I'm selling them for $150,000, $112,000. You know what I'm saying? That's more affordable than what we just seen here, where the average home, I'm gonna share it one more time for the one time.
$495,000, almost $500,000 for average 2023.
An average home. Good God Almighty! No, I got to walk around.
Yeah.
Just by happenstance, I just want to know, by happenstance, how much is the mortgage for that a month? Can somebody do the math? Somebody do the math real quick. Tay Junior, somebody do the math. Drop it in the comment section. What is the math on that? How much is that mortgage payment? I'm just talking about principal and interest. Matter of fact, let's see what the core inflation rate CPI is, everybody. Shall we?
Oh, man.
So we're looking at a core inflation rate right now, CPI. Right now, they finally got core inflation down to 3.8%, which I think is a personal lie because the numbers ain't mathing, y'all. The math ain't mathing. Those numbers are double. So what? 3.8 double that? That's what? somewhere
7.6.
7.6, yeah, 7.6, because that would be about right. Because they're never going to.
It's extremely high, bro.
Explain
Bro,
that to a lot of people.
It was like 2.5, 2.3, literally like 2 years ago.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? But yet we've been doing quantitative tightening for 2 years.
So you're telling me that inflation is inflated?
Yes, inflation is really inflated. Actually, no, it's they're not projecting the right numbers. Because think about it like this, right? If we said 7.6, right? If they put out 7.6, the real numbers, everybody that's on Social Security right now is going to get a bump. Because their Social Security benefits and funding right now is based off of what you're seeing right here on the screen, 3.8%.
Mm-hmm.
So that's less money that they have inside of the Social Security fund. Because now they have to, so just like everything, Social Security has a cost of living increase.
Yeah, Social Security conversation, man, I don't even entertain because I know that ain't there for us. It's not going to be there for us.
This is why Social Security is failing. You are exactly right, Junior. This is why Social Security is failing. We know that they squandered, the funding for it. We know that they paid for a whole entire war and operation out of these things. We know this.
Right.
But at the same time, just in real estate alone, the key golden rule was you can part something at any price. It just matters on what people are going to pay for it. The true value as the But I would need to work until I'm 75, retire. They just said personally on a thing, they said that blew my mind. This is I think it was the president of BlackRock.
So I would need to work to 75.
Listen, he said Americans should be working to past the age of 70 anyway. His exact quote was that in order, right, that the people only, this whole mathematical system, this is his quote. Don't gang me, y'all. Don't be outside in the parking lot waiting to pop me. This is his quote. He said, people in the Ottoman Empire 100 years ago was only retiring at 75 because they weren't living that long. That was when the quote unquote retirement age was set. This man stated that, hey, really, people are living a lot longer. Now, of course, he was a bit light. But I did the average age, or the matter of fact, that what? Seeing is believing, everybody. Because if you're gonna push this whole if you're gonna push the narrative, I just want to know if it's even possible. Because y'all know me, I don't mind, how they say, if this is the new plan, y'all, I don't mind, I don't mind. Hey, how they say, I'll roll with it. I'll adjust with the times. But I just want to see if it's even possible. Well, let's see. Okay, so boom. Average age for a black man is 76. 76 years, y'all. And Brother Junior down here done said, well, you know what I'm saying? I'd have to work till I'm 75. Well, hey, look, what they try to tell you, Brother Junior, if you work till 75, you're going to have the best year in your life before you hit that dirt. the best year of your life. And we want to thank you, Brother Union, for subscribing in this United States Pack personal prayer practice.
So, do you think that as of 2021, the life expectancy for a black man in America is 76 years old? When was that brother born? In the 50s? He was born in the 50s. Or 40, late 40s, 48, 47, 1947. So as the people that are born later, do their life expectancy get longer? Or does it get even shorter? Do our life expectancy get shorter as the years progress? Okay. So this 76.
Well, according to them, they're saying that due to modern age medicine and everything else, people are living longer.
Oh, okay. So this probably won't affect us. It shouldn't affect us.
And Mexico is 70. United States is 76. They say people in the average black man in the United Kingdom actually has the greatest number. He living to see 80 years old.
So is this 76? This is the baby boomers still? It's not Generation X. The silent generation is already gone. This is the baby boomers. This is the last of the baby boomers. For you to say that,
basically, because you have a fertility rate at 1.6 per woman.
I think that
every
woman shorter, bro.
1.5 children. From what they're saying.
That data is going to shorten, and the age is going to shorten. The reason being is because the quality of life, I don't think is the same as it was then. As far as what we eat, that strong family dynamic. Do you think we're under the same amount of stress that they were back then?
Oh, we're under more.
Okay, so that being said, and our food is worse. Our food is a lot more processed than it's ever been. So that being said, our life expectancy is definitely going to shorten, probably cut that in half. People are having heart attacks in their 30s.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, honestly, I was born an American, but I don't think I was born to be an American all my life.
Ooh, did you just say a mouthful? Now, I want everybody also to look at this right here. And I just find this so amazing and fascinating. This per capita. So
he says, so when we
don't worry, we can keep figuring it out. But I find this so amazing right here. According to these per capita numbers, okay, these per capita numbers, 2022 is $76,329.58. You got Luxembourg's numbers out here, but for the United States, the GDP per capita is $76,000.
Yikes.
Gross domestic product in 2022. You talking about the COVID years, y'all. 25 million. So you telling me that the country of the United States that has a population of 333 million people, gross domestic product. Stay with me, y'all. Stay with me. $25 trillion. But yet, we are borrowing money because we don't, according to the IRS, they do not get enough money from the people from federal income taxes.
Nope. Sure don't.
I had to walk away and come back on that. But everybody living long. Y'all.
I don't think that's true, boss.
Listen, my great Aunt Lucy, God rest her soul, she used to have a saying. And in her saying, she used to say, a lie don't care who tell it.
Ain't that the truth?
It ain't right. I mean, I'm looking at the data. And it just, I want y'all to look at this. I want y'all to see this so that y'all can look at this.
Wow. This is bad. Damn, man.
I mean, brother, what? Hold on, let me see if I can make it. I'm gonna show it one more time for y'all. One time for the one time. I want y'all to look at that. See if I can make those numbers look bigger, so that people can truly see what we're talking about here. And this is from 19. I just got it at the last sentence, so we're gonna shorten this up. Let's shorten it up. Let's shorten it up.
Let's do 2000s. Yeah, the last 20 years.
This is from 2002 right now, y'all, to 2024 right now. Okay?
That's ridiculous.
The red line is the cost of shelter. The blue line, y'all, is your income. Personal income.
God damn, this is embarrassing, bro. We don't even make enough.
Back to the original 4. So what is you sacrificing, my G? Because you can't, listen, something, you can't have all 4. This is why I rent. There you go. He said, look, I ain't going to live in my bank. I'm just going to sacrifice I got the kids. I can get the business.
Yikes.
I can get the retirement. But the house got to go. For me, I don't have the kids, but I want the kids. I sacrificed the retirement to get the business. The business bought me the house. The reason why sacrificing the retirement was lucrative and beneficial is because Sorry, y'all. The reason why it was lucrative is because if the house is paid for, then I just need penny any money for the retirement. The retirement fund does not need to be that great because I don't need to, The only thing that is a problem is the healthcare. So let's look at these healthcare numbers. Oh, we can get a good sermon in here today, y'all. Oh, yes, this is lovely. I like this. Well, I swear, I love the fact. I love it when we can show these numbers. Oh, yes, let's get into these numbers, everybody, shall we? Let's get into these numbers. Can everybody see that? Getting into these healthcare numbers. Oh, yeah. This is what y'all want to see. This is what y'all want to see right here. Yeah, right here. These healthcare numbers. You're looking at a chart, and this is the national health expenditures. Okay? Due to COVID, this was in like 2000, let's just say 2019 going into 2000 thing. COVID numbers, it was exceptionally high because we were in COVID. But look at this. It says the United States has one of the highest costs of healthcare in the world. In 2022, the United States healthcare spending reached $4.5 trillion, which averages to $13,493 per person. Let that sink in. Let that sink in, y'all. Y'all know. Because y'all know. I ain't scared of these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to speak the truth. We sacrificing something.
Mm-hmm. It's your prerogative, though, what you want to sacrifice, though. I've already made my mind up what I'm sacrificing. It's already done.
I mean, I get it. I mean, it's hard to... It's hard
What's up? What's going on, too?
To sit here and go through this. It's hard to even stomach this, that American dream has become dream deferred.
The American dream has become dream deferred. It's funny how an immigrant can come here and not look at it.
Now, hold on. Now, what I'm not going to do is blame the immigrants.
I'm not blaming them. I'm telling you that they come over here with an open mind, right? Not subscribing to the American dream because they don't look at it as if they don't look at it the same way like Americans look at it.
Yeah, they
I
poor.
spoke
Yeah,
to a
they
lot
poor
of
enough.
I speak to a lot of South Americans, European guys.
They sacrifice their quality of life.
Exactly.
You
So
feel what I'm saying? Yeah.
to them, they don't have the same complaints that we have, and I don't even know if it affect them as much because it's much better than where they come from.
Boy, let me tell you something. Junior, you about right. I'm just reading what he just said. He said I'm at either Japan or the Philippines. I actually hired some people out of the Philippines here recently. And in fact,
Most
I
people,
was
yeah.
telling even you about this, on some independent contractor for my business, and I was
Mhm.
looking at
Oh,
numbers
yeah.
of for the pesos and everything else. I mean, I don't have to have 1.5 to
You don't
live
have to have
comfortably
1.5 in Philippines. No,
in the Philippines. I can go there with about maybe 500,000 and live great.
live like a king.
You see what I'm
You know what I
saying?
mean?
And
Live like a king.
I've talked to my sister about it and
You'll
everybody,
be
and it's
treated like
just,
royalty.
the healthcare
Yeah.
is actually better because they're more keen into modern business.
It,
I mean, modern, more herbal medicine. Excuse me, not modern.
this is
More
what I
herbal medicine and yeah.
this is what I've always subscribed to for the past 5 years. Get money in America, but live somewhere else.
Oh yeah.
It's a better quality of life elsewhere. America is the greatest country on earth. It is.
To
But
get
as
a
far
bag.
as but as far as serenity and tranquility,
No,
no, guys.
it's
No,
not.
no, 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 no. This is not it. And I think we're living in full proof that there's much better ways to go about this so-called life that we're living in than how we're living now, because we're gonna self-destruct if we continue to live in this mess. Um, I think I've always thought this was a capitalistic country, capitalism, and I thought it was. It gave you that fire, that desire to start from being a little ghetto boy or being in a very low poverty place to dreaming as high as the fucking solar system. And bumps in the roads is gonna come, but long as you have an end goal and you stay focused, you can definitely get there. And I think that leaving this place would allow that to continue to happen, versus getting sidetracked about what they're doing to us in America. And it's not just affecting the black household; it's affecting us nationwide. Um, what's this you're pulling up? Okay, hey, bro, I'm gonna have to check out. It's
Oh
getting
yeah,
late
yeah,
on
yeah.
it's getting
It's
late on
getting
this side
late.
of town.
I want to thank everybody for coming out and everything. We made this amazing show. So, we're gonna do another the great male, what I'm saying, the male great debate
Let's do
at
it.
another
Let's do it.
time. I want to thank my co-host here, what I'm saying, Darius the Great, for coming
Oh, for
in.
sure, for
Yeah.
sure, guys. It was a pleasure.
Yes, yes.
This man got room service. He done order some on room service. What's your order? The lobster and steak?
You know. Hey.
They bring you up the champagne. They say we're finna bring in Cinco de Mayo.
Champagne live. But everybody, I want to thank y'all so much for tuning in. Hey, like, comment, subscribe, go to the
Absolutely.
YouTube, Casaval Marquis, you know what I'm saying? And we gonna do this. Y'all be good to yourselves and to each other. And say that money on for real.